Welcome to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. Today, let's talk about adversity. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. My name is Kale Houser. I appreciate you joining me today. Today's topic is a little bit heavier in the form of it talks about a negative adversity, kind of similar to our criticism talk podcast that we had not too many episodes ago. I want to talk about adversity and how we handle it. And what I'm hoping is a little bit of a mindset shift for you, a way of thinking about adversity that, again, I'm hoping will help you. Because adversity is really a concept of perspective. Okay, adversity is really a concept of perspective, our perspective about it, of whatever adverse thing is happening. Now, I am not saying or discounting the impacts of adverse effects. That's the reason they're called adverse effects, because they're somehow against us. They're somehow knocking us back, knocking us down, causing us harm, some form or fashion, a negative thing happening. It's an adverse effect. It's adversity that we're going through. And I'm not discounting that or saying that it doesn't exist. But I do want to help you understand that your concept and your perspective about adversity and about that thing that is causing the adversity, it is perspective. Because not every adverse thing that happens, not every adversity we go through needs to be seen as this big monumental struggle, needs to be seen or handled like this meteor that's coming down into our life and destroying everything. There are some things that do not require that level of reaction. There are some things that can provide an opportunity if your perception of that thing, of that adverse event, changes. Have you had an example of this happen to you? Have you had a situation that you thought was like world destroying, ending? Godzilla is coming down and stomping on your city. And you're like, game over, throw in the towel, call it quits, no recovery. Or were you like, man, I can see why this happened. I can see how this has happened. I can see the reasons that is causing this adversity. Whether by your own actions, whether by the market conditions, and then take it that step further. How can I turn this adversity into a positive? How can I react in such a way that I overcome it, that I get stronger, that I change my product, that I change my service, I change my business model to meet that adverse event or activity? Because the only way to fail is to what? Is to quit. Even in adverse reactions. People survive bankruptcy all the time. That's pretty adverse. And I hate to say it, people survive divorce all the time. That's a pretty adverse event. People survive the tragic deaths of their kids, of their spouse, family members, friends. People survive economic downturns. They survive cheating partners, scammers, con artists. All these adverse things are survivable, but it depends on your attitude. It depends on your perception of the event. And I'm here to tell you, you must have more faith in your ability to figure it out than maybe you have faith in, overcoming that thing right away. You're like, man, I don't know how I'm going to handle this, but I know I can figure it out. That is the perception that I'm talking about, the mindset that I'm trying to convince you of, that you need to start developing ahead of time, ideally before the adverse event, understanding that it happens to everybody. Every single business owner, every single person that has tried to go out and do something has gone through some struggle, has gone through adversity. And you can do yourself a massive favor is to put yourself in that mindset ahead of time, not of the constant on guard, like, oh, when's it going to happen? Like, I knew this was coming, but more of, this is why I'm doing this. These are my goals. These are the reasons. This is my why. And no matter what happens, because of these goals, because of my commitment, because of my beliefs, because of my faith, because of my family, whatever that is for you, I'm not going to quit. If I go bankrupt, I'll start over and go again. If my business partner rips me off, I'll start over and go again. Do you know how many millionaires have stories in their repertoire about people that have scammed them out of their money at some point or another? Grant Cardone has a phenomenal story about this. Cost him like $10 million from a legitimate con artist. Did that stop him? It was a setback, absolutely. But he tackled it as a lesson learned, and his foundation, his empire got stronger because of it. And arguably stronger than he would have without that adversity. Right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's a kind of cliche saying. But it is absolutely true. And it's all how you respond to it. It is all how you choose to handle that adversity, or if you let it kick you down forever. Or if you just take that 2 steps back, regroup, and then come back. Come at it from a different direction if you have to. Over, under, around, or through. Because that's what being a leader is that mindset, is the concepts and the commitment to your character, to your mission, to your vision, to handle that adversity when it comes. And it will come, right? I mean, we understand this. We know it. But the reason that we're doing this is because we are called to a higher purpose. We are called to serve something that's more than us, to create something that's bigger than us. Even if it is selling flashlights online, you're called to build something for your family, generational wealth that will change the entire course of your family history. And that's what you need. That's what you need to be committed to. Not just reactionary, like, oh, I can't believe this happened. Oh, man, he just ripped us off for $50,000 out of our bank account. You know, our CFO just embezzled a bunch of money, and now the IRS is investigating us, and blah, 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 right? Go down the rabbit trail of horror. You say, okay, this is what we need to figure out, right? These are the people that can help us. These are the people that can advise us on how to get through this struggle and this adversity. And even as we get knocked down, this is who we're called to serve, and we're going to keep serving them. Make sure that is you. Make sure you are on that side of leadership, on that side of entrepreneurship, on that side of the mentality to be so committed that no matter what, short of your own death, you keep going. And you'll be better for it. The people around you will see your commitment. The people around you will buy into that. They will see that you will not be knocked down, at least not knocked down easily. And people are drawn to that. We want to be part of the team that has a reason to keep going no matter what. So be the leader of that team instead of the leader of the team that just goes while it's easy, just goes while people show up to buy from you, and just goes while the economy is in this massive upswing. Because people want to be part of something amazing. And that's what a culture in an organization is all about. And that is what we specialize in at Kale Houser Leadership. It's helping you as the leader, as the business owner, build amazing cultures to where people want to be a part of it, and build you into the leader that no matter what happens, people want to be associated with you and they want to continue to follow you. So if you're struggling with that, please reach out to me. Leave a comment, shoot me a DM, shoot me an email, kale@kalehouserleadership.com. I would love to talk to you. We can jump on an absolutely free, 10, 15-minute call, and we can kind of see what's going on and how we can help. Don't do it alone, especially if you're struggling right now. Stop doing it alone. Reach out. Let us know. Let us help you. I would love to do so. If you like this podcast, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, shoot it over to somebody that you know is in that season of their life where this can be absolutely beneficial to them and they need to hear these words. I would love to hear from them as well. All right, everybody. I hope you found this beneficial. No matter where you're at in the world, have a fantastic afternoon. Bye.